one more time in these beloved Mazda MX-5s at a very foggy, very wet, treacherous Daytona International Speedway. Let's see exactly how this one's going to work out. There is a championship on the line. As silly as these MX-5s are, there is genuine titles to play for. A lot of exciting racing here. 18 cars registered for this race. Green flag is out. Connor Knowlton's on the pole, and we are racing in the Mazda Monday final at Daytona. Cars sliding into turn number one. So far, so good. Briley Wright makes it through without any bother. Here comes Aiden Norman to the front in the bluey MX-5. And he's got to keep it under control here. There goes Matt Seeger. He's now got Noah Belleville around him, trying to make it through the International Horseshoe. Jimmy Kerr in the lime green. Is that lime green? Yellow wheeled number 75 trying to make it through. So far, so good. Everybody makes it through without an incident except for Connor Knowlton, who started on the pole, and he finds himself 17th out of the 17 cars in this race. Aiden Norman now racing alongside the 16 of Matt Seeger, trying to become that two-time champion. I know, Aiden Norman. Landon in the chat goes, Aiden Norman, WTF. Yeah, we haven't seen Aiden Norman in a very, very, very long time yet. Here he is leading this race in the bluey machine. Let's go on board the 62. And for you Connor Knowlton fans, we'll check out what happened to Connor here in just a moment. Aiden leading by 3/4 of a second over Noah Belleville in that second position. Landon asking if he's actually in Seoul. I don't think so, but I actually have no idea. Steven Choate also with a big incident as well. Cars just coming to complete lap number 1. The draft that Matt Seeger's now getting on the outside of Aiden Norman. This is into turn number 1. Will they all make it? Belleville goes wide in car 41. And everyone now just trying to make it through the International Horseshoe, and they get to do this 15 more times. Matt Seeger leading this race in the number 16. Aiden Norman in the 62 in second, followed by Aaron Edwards in third. Seeger leading through the kink. See if we can dial up the noise just a little bit. Oh, and one car. Is that Aiden Norman going off the racetrack? It is Aiden Norman going off the racetrack. And the North Carolinian by way of Seoul now has Jeremy Brio coming to his inside in the Taco Bell machine. With Toby Estes behind him in the 1-9, and the sun now peeking through. Let's go on board with Toby. And the leaders file through. Matt Seeger jumping over those curbs. And now leading the field out. No more rain, as the forecast can tell. And Matt Seeger running away with the race lead. The sun peeking through now. And coming to his outside, how about Noah Belleville, who's going to give him a huge push out of turn number 4. The 15 of Aaron Edwards on the outside with a big push from Aiden Norman in the 62. You better believe this is how this race is going to end. I'll put money that it ends with one of these tandem drag races to the line that time by. It was to the 100th of a second. I couldn't tell you who led that last lap. Toby Estes, though, with a 2:21.87. He's got the fastest lap of the race so far. But if you take a look out the back end of car 16, the sun is definitely coming through. Fort Valley, Georgia's Matt Seeger leading this race. Emily asking, how many laps today? Oh, and I'm surprised we're not. There it is. Forgot to hit the button. 16 laps total. Car 16 leading this race. Seeger out in front. And although the sun is coming out, it is also setting at the same time. And thanks to the magic of iRacing, we can set the weather to advance at 8 times its normal rate. So what we're seeing here is just the track is going to dry very, very quickly, and at some point we might expect it to go dry. We'll see just how far. How about Noah Belleville now getting up behind these two guys here? This is a 3-way fight for the lead heading into the bus stop. Connor Knowlton's had an incident in the back. We have a couple more to check out. Connor Knowlton was your pole sitter. How about some heavy contact between Aaron Edwards and Matt Seeger? Everyone sliding through the bus stop now. Seeger leads. Briefly going to make some adjustments here. And how about, what is this, 5, 6 cars now racing for the lead there. Aiden Norman leads there with Jeremy Brio now cutting into the middle into turn number 1. Who's going to give Aiden Norman with a huge move into that first corner, and who's going to pay for it? Everybody trying to slide through turn number 1. What a sight. Colin McDonough's crashed. Noah Belleville, Aiden Norman making contact, shades of TNT, and 3 cars involved. Toby Estes is going to make it through. Jeremy Brio comes back onto the racetrack. Caution's going to fly. That's going to be a caution, and it only took 4 laps, albeit they are almost 3-minute laps, but the caution's going to fly there. Aiden Norman in the Bluey machine, absolutely wrecked. Briley Wright coming up behind him. And that is a crushed up bingo. Let's go back and see what happened on lap number 4. We got a lot of incidents to review here. This is the leader, Aiden Norman, in the Bluey car. Noah Belleville gets brave with a drying track, really throws it around and skids right in front of the 62. Nowhere for Aiden to go, nowhere for Jeremy Brio to go in the Taco Bell machine. And let's have another look on board car 62. With Noah Belleville. Jeremy Brio in the Taco Bell car. This is Colin McDonough before all of this in the 39 Clone Willie machine, and this is by himself into turn 1. It's still a wet racetrack, boys. Make no mistake. And Briley Wright just avoids him. Meanwhile, Aaron Edwards skates through all of this. Matt Seeger also skates through all of this. Let's go back to lap number 2. This is Connor Knowlton, your pole sitter, by himself in turn number 3. And I think Connor might just park it. Let's see what happened to him at the beginning of this race. Connor will jump to the pits. And this is lap number 1. Reminder, this is the very beginning of the race. He just goes for a big spin. Everybody does fly past him. Luckily, he doesn't hit anything. Stephen Choate also had an incident too. This is also on lap number 1. That bus stop will get you. And Connor Knowlton just scoots past him. And Riley Maricchio kind of looks like a Fast and Furious thing going on. In the 18, trying to make it happen by himself. Oh, he'll just slap the wall. Water everywhere. Now, Ryan Lindemann had an incident on lap number 2. Lindo, with his lime green wheels, goes for a spin. Luckily, he doesn't hit anything. And that brings us to our most recent incident. Once again, this is Jeremy Brio, Aiden Norman, Noah Belleville on lap number 4. So the lights are on at Daytona. Aaron Edwards has control of the field in car number 15. Matt Seeger sits behind him in the 2nd position. Let's see if we can get some sort of word. I think. Aaron Edwards, Rick James in the house. Can you hear me?
I got you.
All right, buddy. Well, you snuck through. Oh, you're coming to the pits. My fault. We'll let you concentrate here so you don't miss your mark.
Hold on, let me hit my box. That was slow.
Anyway, a championship on the line. 4 positions is what you need. Well, that's what Matt Seeger needs. 4 positions on you. The lights have come on. The track is drying extremely quickly. Is this the move for dry tires, or is everybody still on wet?
I don't think dry's the call yet. I think wets are what you're going to need here. Even if there was a dry line, the bus stop is a freaking lake, so it's going to be a while before we get anywhere near a dry tire.
Now, keep in mind, through the magic of iRacing, the weather is on 8X. When I told everybody, look at the forecast, I meant it. Look at the flippin' forecast. So the track is going to dry extremely quickly. Toby Estes sits behind you, and thankfully you made it through that first wreck. But keep in mind, with the tires cooled down a little bit now, are you expecting the same sort of thing?
I'm expecting a little bit of chaos. I'm just going to try and be in front of it. Lucky to make it through that wreck for sure.
4 points between yourself and your TNT teammate, if you will, Matt Seeger. Where does Seeger sit right now? He just avoided that, but I think he's still in the pits. He's just leaving the pits right now in the 13th position. Anyway,
Ooh.
best of luck. We'll hopefully we talk to you at the end.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for letting me know that. Interesting decision out of him to fix his damage. We'll see where it all shakes out.
Let's talk to the man, shall we? Matt Seeger, Rick James in the house. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Emily's in the house watching on, and I'm sure at least a couple other people in Fort Valley, Georgia. It's 4 points between yourself and Aaron Edwards, and you know how the points go. You need to beat him by at least 4 positions just to have a chance at the championship. We're a little curious about what happened in pit road. Did you use a fast repair to fix up any damage?
I had 30 seconds of damage, and I didn't want to burn my fast because you know how unpredictable these Mazda races can be. So I just sat there and repaired it. Took tires, going to come back down, top off on fuel, and hopefully get after it here on the restart.
Still some spray on a drying racetrack. I predict, as much as my predictions are worth nothing, that the track is going to be dry before this one's over. Do you think it will be a switch to dry tires before it's over?
Maybe if we get a late yellow, but honestly, if we go green, there's going to be no reason to pit unless we get a late yellow. But honestly, the track is still pretty wet. It looks dry, but it's still pretty wet. So I guess we'll just have to play it by ear and just see what happens.
All right, buddy. Have fun. Hopefully we talk to you at the end.
Thank you, sir.
Thursday Night Thunder winner, Matt Seeger. Through the bus stop and ready to rejoin the action. These MX-5s are so much fun. There is your race leader, Aaron Edwards, at the front. Lights are still on atop the pace car. They should go out this time by. Toby Estes will line up alongside him, and we will have 9 laps of racing to go. No, Toby will come down pit road. Noah Belleville will come down pit road. Colin McDonough stays out. Dakota Pierce stays out. The championship leader has a 4-point gap to Matt Seeger, who will undoubtedly... Matt Seeger's also back in as well. There's second place in the championship. And the Fort Valley, Georgia pilot will park it. So your top 6 is now Aaron Edwards in the front, Dakota Pierce in second, Colin McDonough, Ryan Lindemann, Craig Yore, all the way from New South Wales, in that 5th position. Actually, let's bother this man real quick. Craig Yore, Rick James up top. Can you hear me, buddy? Craig, Rick James, you got me?
Yep, sure we have.
Good to hear from you, buddy. Craig Yore, you burst on the scene, and when I say the scene, you kind of just started with us racing in Mazdas, and that's the first most of our happy little racing community ever heard of you, and instantly you took like a fish to water and you became one of the boys. Surely this isn't going to be the last time we're going to see of you.
Absolutely not. We're a really good bunch of guys, and I thoroughly enjoy myself coming here. So yeah, I'll definitely be back.
We have GT3 racing coming next Monday. Are we going to see you next Monday for GT3 racing at Watkins Glen?
You can put your house on that, my friend.
Hey, beautiful. You're sitting top 5 right now. You've got native Floridian Ryan Lindemann ahead of you in the Gulf Racing colors and Steven Choate behind you. What's your plan to get to the front?
Stay alive. That's about it.
It's still a wet racetrack. I will leave you to concentrate, and hopefully you do stay alive and get that podium. Have fun.
All good. Cheers. Thanks.
When I tell you this guy, Craig Yore, has taken like a fish to water, I'm not joking. He joined our little Discord racing community, and he's been just playing around in these fun little Mazdas with us in this silly little racing series that we do, and everybody genuinely loves Craig Yore. He's one of those guys, you know what I mean? Like nobody nobody thinks anything but the world of him. He's always such a friendly guy. So happy to have him racing with us. Bandit GT3 starts next Monday. When I say that we have been thinking of this series for a week, it's been about a week. Toby Estes, who's in this race, he said, hey, what if we do a GT3 series? And I said, okay, let's do a GT3 series. So I made a crappy little trailer. I put it together, and it's on the Rick James TikTok and Instagram, and I guess we're going to be starting next Monday night at Watkins Glen. Before then, though, Toby will also be racing in our Gen 4 series, Thursday Night Thunder. You'll see a bunch of these guys racing Thursday night in TNT. That's coming up, Yeah, this Thursday, just a couple of days. So we'll see what's up. We've got racing to do, though. Anybody want to go racing? I want to go racing. Aaron Edwards will have control of this single-file restart with Dakota Pierce behind him. We'll have 9? I can't do math. Someone do the math for me. 9 laps to go as the pace car peels off. Aaron Edwards with control of the field and a championship on his mind. Green flag is out. Let's go racing. Dakota Pierce isn't going to do the brave move that Noah Belleville used to spin him around, but he will catch right up to Aaron Edwards coming out of the International Horseshoe and headed into the kink. Dakota Pierce is right on the back end of car number 15. Racetrack pitch black, still some spray. Aaron Edwards said the bus stop is a lake. We'll have to see just how much water is sitting down there. Colin McDonough, Stephen Choate, Noah Belleville, all in the top 5 now. Let's go on board with car 41. And a bit of a wiggle from Noah Belleville, but still making his way through NASCAR 1 and 2, drafting alongside Stephen Choate. Aaron Edwards now battling with Dakota Pierce for the race lead on the backstretch of lap number 8, coming to halfway. If you just tuned in, one caution to speak of, a lot of contact, and the race was soaked before we got here. And the car's still trying to skid through the bus stop. You can still see water reflecting off of the racing surface. It's plenty wet down there. They still need those wet tires. Dakota Pierce in the 50 now leads this race. Watch for the draft. Aaron Edwards is going to get a great run. And a blink from Dakota Pierce. Look at third place. Colin McDonough in the 39 Clona Willie machine. He's coming up behind the top 2. He wants a piece of the lead. And it's 8 laps to go. Noah Belleville, your season 9 TNT champion. He now sits in that third position. Colin McDonough behind him. Dakota Pierce in the 50, relegated down to 5th. And another big blink for the 5-0, and that could be causing him some distress. Toby Estes trying to get around Dakota Pierce. Craig Yore restarted in 5th. He's down to the 8th position. Briley Wright, Ryan Lindemann behind him. And back to the front. There goes Stephen Choate in car 27. Cautions out again. What happened here? Oh, Stephen Choate all around the back of the 39. Both of them go around. And that's going to cause another caution. So we're going to bunch them. We're going to stack them. And we're probably going to have 2 or 3 laps to go when we restart this race. Noah Belleville in the 2nd position behind Aaron Edwards. And we'll see if we get any sort of a dry track. Actually, let's ask this man himself, Noah Belleville in the 41, while he's going through the bus stop. Noah Belleville, Rick James in the house. Can you hear me?
I gotcha.
All right, buddy, you're flying through that bus stop pretty
Yeet.
confidently. At an amazing speed, actually, considering that the track is still pretty wet. My question's about tires. Are you going to end this race on wet tires?
Yeah, because I don't plan on pitting, so I got what I got.
Do you think the track will be dry before the end?
I mean, physically, just looking at the track, it looks dry, but there's still tails coming off our cars, so that means it's probably still too wet. I don't have a lot of experience in this, but from what I understood, if you can still see rain getting kicked up from the cars, you want to be on wet tires.
That's my understanding, but there's a reason that I sit up here and you're doing your thing down there. What's it going to take to beat Aaron Edwards?
Well, I got a little fuel advantage on him, just a lap, so we'll see, because under that green, I was about a half a lap short, so he's probably a little worse, but this caution could make it to where both of us can make it, but, I mean, the draft is crazy. I was not expecting how strong the draft was on the straight, so who knows who's going to get this. It's probably going to come down to the last lap.
Well, we saw some tandem racing there as well. You guys were bump drafting and doing a little tandem draft in the rain-soaked first laps of this race. That was fun to watch. Let's talk a little TNT, because you're going to be back here in 2 days with the Gen 4 cars, trying to beat this guy as well. Right now, you're the TNT number 1. You are, what is it, 8 points? No, more than that. 12 points. I can't do math, man. You're 12 points ahead of Aaron Edwards heading into this race here at Daytona in 2 days. What do you got for us?
Yeah, normally I'm pretty competitive on the super speedways. I either finish really good or I'm wrecked. So I hope we can at least come out of there with a good points day.
Well, we'll see what happens here. And then we just announced Bandit GT3 like 2.5 hours ago officially. We're going to see you next Monday for some GT3 cars?
Well, no. Because same thing with this Mazda's. The only reason I'm here tonight is because it's President's Day, so I didn't have school. But I got school Monday nights, so can't really run any leagues during that time, unfortunately. But
All right, fair enough. So that means you got to win
yeah.
tonight.
Yeah, this'll be my only one.
All right, buddy. All right, we'll let you get back to work. Have fun.
All right, thank you.
Belleville will do his thing. We're going to do ours. Why don't we take a... Can we do 30 seconds? Let's do a 30-second break, shall we? There we go. All right. Y'all don't go anywhere. I can call a hell of a race. I can't work technology to save my life, but that's okay. Stay put. We're just gonna do a little 30-second break here. We'll be back for the rest of our Mazda Monday final. Those are the points headed into the final round of this 5th Mazda Monday campaign. If you just tuned in, you have not missed a thing. We're going to restart with just a handful of laps remaining. Aaron Edwards and Matt Seeger came down pit road. Noah Belleville is the race leader. And there he is with a great advantage over Dakota Pierce. Edwards and Seeger, nose to tail. Aaron Edwards in 9th, Matt Seeger in 10th. And the simple facts go like this. Matt Seeger has to finish 4 positions ahead of Aaron Edwards to have a chance at the championship. It is 1 position per point. Right now they run 9th and 10th. However, the points are a minimum of 1. So Matt Seeger, again, he's got to finish in the top 10. He's got to finish 4 positions effectively in the top 10 ahead of Aaron Edwards. And plenty of time to do it at 2.5 minutes a lap. Noah Belleville will have control of this field, trying to win, well, the only iRacing race he says he's going to race for a very long time. Green flag is out. Let's go racing. Rain still being kicked up on these cars. Everyone gently making it through turn number 1 and now through the International Horseshoe. Everybody still on the wet tire. Noah Belleville with control of this field. Dakota Pierce 1 second adrift. Everybody else just trying to hang on. Jeremy Brio caught in a mess. You see the big Taco Bell sponsorship on the front of his car. Craig, you're right behind him. Nick Pressy's in the mix in the number 94. Matt Seeger still behind Aaron Edwards. They're running 6th and 7th. 4 to go this time. Dakota Pierce challenging Aiden Norman for the 2nd spot. The Bluey machine on the outside of the 5-0. Toby Estes is in the mix too. Look at that gap. Noah Belleville, 2 seconds already ahead of Aiden Norman, but he's getting a big push from Dakota Pierce on board with the 62. Who's going to race Aiden Norman into the bus stop? It won't be Toby Estes. He'll just cut him off. And there goes Matt Seeger. He gets ahead of Aaron Edwards, headed into the bus stop. 1 position down, 3 to go, and he's drafting behind Dakota Pierce for 4th. Landon asking correctly if this is the last Mazda race. Yes, this is the last race of Season 5. Matt Seeger wants to win a 2nd consecutive championship. Dakota Pierce tells him to go away politely. Matt Seeger in turn number 1 makes room for himself, gets a huge draft from Toby Estes. He'll split the difference in the middle. Will he come out clean on the other side? He will. And that's Matt Seeger now into 3rd, but he overcooks it into 1. Toby Estes back beside him. And he almost cleared it. Nick Pressey goes around behind them all. We stay green. Noah Belleville still with the lead. Matt Seeger still to the inside of Toby Estes. But he's taking Aaron Edwards with him. 2 more positions to go for Matt Seeger. The only problem is the lead is 1 3/4 seconds away. Noah Belleville, Aiden Norman. Matt Seeger just went fastest, however, 2:21.65. Pole position earns 1 point, leading a lap earns 1 point, and leading the most laps earns 1 point. I don't know that fastest lap earns a point, so I'm not sure that this is a bonus point for Matt Seeger. Everybody still on the wet tire compound. There's the current gap. And it will be 3 laps to go this time by. Noah Belleville's lead has been dashed. Aiden Norman right there. Matt Seeger in the mix. You can still see water reflecting up through the bus stop. And Aaron Edwards right behind Matt Seeger. Aaron Edwards is in 4th. No matter what Seeger does from here, the championship goes to Edwards. And at this point, looks like Aaron's playing with his food. Seeger to the lead in Daytona, 3 wide for second. Aaron Edwards squeezes into second, and he keeps the pressure on Seeger. Seeger has done everything he needs to do. Contact between Aiden Norman and Noah Belleville. Norman's off the track. He gets a huge piece of the wall. Bluey's had it. Seeger to the inside. Contact with Aaron Edwards. Matt Seeger just trying to get some insurance. Aaron Edwards almost goes off the racetrack. And Edwards is in second with Noah Belleville trying to take the position away. Aiden Norman jumps to the pits. Seeger's done everything he can do. He needs help. He needs Aaron Edwards to fall off the racetrack. Aaron Edwards in third. Noah Belleville trying to secure second coming out of the infield. Aaron Edwards cannot afford to overcook the corner. Huge blink, by the way. Here comes Briley Wright. Jeremy Brio's behind him. Steven Choate just went purple, 2:19.28. Fastest lap. Matt Seeger leads. Noah Belleville dragging Aaron Edwards with him, going through the bus stop now. About to go through the bus stop. It gets you every single time when you realize how relatively slow these cars are. How about Noah Belleville wants a piece of the lead? Will Edwards go for it? Side by side into the bus stop. Matt Seeger just jumping over the curbs. Huge contact. Belleville's gotten into him. There goes Aaron Edwards. We stay green. Seeger gets turned out of the bus stop. One more look. We stay green. Edwards at the front. Steven Choate now coming around. Briley Wright trying to drag race. Jeremy Brio on the outside. 5 cars in the mix to win at Daytona. Aaron Edwards out front. Aaron Edwards with a skid. Steven Choate goes wide. Briley Wright to the front. Aaron Edwards behind him. Toby Estes in tow. Steven Choate trying to hold on to his car. And Wright skidding all over the racetrack. Seth Wansing and Colin McDonough have crashed. Choate sends it in really deep. No contact, though. Comes out clean on the other side. Aaron Edwards in the 15. Comes up behind the 19 of Toby Estes. Matt Seeger running in 7th. Anything can still happen. He's not out of this race, and if a caution does come out before the white flag, they'll just bunch him up for a green-white checker. Briley Wright in the B-thick car skids out of the opposite kink, or the west, what do they call that? The western horseshoe? And now coming out of the infield, Steven Choate to his outside. There goes Aaron Edwards with a huge slide. It's not over for Edwards. Matt Seeger runs in 7th. Aaron Edwards is extremely loose and losing grip of the race car. If he crashes or falls off the track, Matt Seeger can still win this championship. Steven Choate to the lead. 4/10 of a second the gap. Briley Wright now trying to draft behind him. And will they safely make it through? There goes Choate, just holding on to the lead. Briley Wright will come out behind him. And Briley now drafting from second. And Noah Belleville in third, coming to the white flag in the Mazda Monday final. These MX-5s are a blast. I love these MX-5s. They put on such a good show at every single track we go to. Even when I screw up the lobby and it's a completely dark race, they just put on an awesome, awesome, awesome show. Briley Wright, plenty more chances with the white flag in the air to win it at Daytona. Aaron Edwards and Matt Seeger, by the way, separated by 3.8 seconds, but a mistake could keep Edwards away from the title. Briley Wright now trying to take over Stephen Choate's first place. Noah Belleville sitting in third. One final time through the International Horseshoe. Briley Wright wants that first place. He wants the win. Choate with a skid. Briley Wright now following. Ryan Lindemann also had an incident. Wright, Choate, half a second between them, and Noah Belleville in the mix. Can Choate hold on? On board with Briley Wright. Wright has Belleville trying to take the position away from him with a big skid. Briley Wright has to make move. Room for Noah Belleville. Quick look at the pass. Belleville was there. He absolutely had the line. They made contact out of the exit. You saw Briley trying to hold on to it. Now exiting turn number 2, Stephen Choate with the lead. Does the Montana pilot have what it takes to hold off the Season 9 Thursday Night Thunder champion? Here comes Noah Belleville in the 41. Who's going to send it deep onto Briley Wright in the bus stop? Briley Wright with a huge skid out of the bus stop. There goes the podium for Briley. Stephen Choate still with the lead. Noah Belleville half a second behind. Plenty of time to make up the draft. Noah with a great chance. Where does he make his move to win the final race of Season 5? Belleville to the inside. Choate will give him just a bit. Huge contact. Choate's in the wall. Noah Belleville will come across in first. Aaron Edwards in second. Stephen Choate with a damaged race car in third. Jeremy Brio just beats Matt Seeger to the line for fourth. Noah Belleville wins at Daytona in the Mazda Monday final, and a huge collision from Toby Estes. Let's go back and take a look at that last lap. This is Matt Seeger and Jeremy Brio for fourth. Drag race across the line, and let's see if we can find Noah Belleville making that last pass. Let's have a look at the contact. Yeah, I think Stephen Choate just tried to give Noah Belleville a little bit of the door, and I'm really not sure how Belleville, have another look from the blimp. I have no idea. I have no idea what happened here. Yeah, Belleville did look like he tried to come up above the yellow line. Now, I don't know if that's enough contact to send Choate flying like that. You can see the hands from Noah Belleville, the way he just does turn left. Let's go on board with the 41. I don't know if that's him just trying to correct the car. Let's go on board with Stephen Choate. That's how it ends. You expect a drag race, and you get a little more than that. Bit off way more than anybody expected to chew. We'll talk to Noah Belleville, Aaron Edwards, and Stephen Choate in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We'll have podium interviews. With our podium here as Mazda Monday comes to a close. Let's start with our bronze medalist, one Stephen Choate. Steve-O, congratulations on third. Where did that come from?
Well, I have been running this track all week in Porsche Cup, but I made a tactical miscalculation at the start of the race. The track looked a lot drier from where I was out on the track, so I swapped to dries. Not a good idea. So we pit on the first lap, somehow was able to get around without wrecking it. And then I just kind of prayed for a caution, and they came. And once the track started to kind of dry out a little bit, we were able to make something happen. And I was hoping to get there at the end, just had a little bit of unfortunate contact with Noah. But still a great race, though.
Yeah, it looked great from up here. We got GT3 racing next Monday. Are we going to see you there?
I will definitely try to be there.
All right, we'll see you in a week's time. How about our second place finisher, Aaron Edwards? Unofficially, you are the Season 5 MX5 Cup champion. 56 points to Matt Seeger's 48 until we work out a couple more things here. But anyway, it didn't even look particularly easy at one point, given that you were just going up and down through the field. But congratulations, Mazda Monday champ.
Yeah, thank you. I guess it was a couple weeks in the making. I think I just ran all the races and tried to finish as high up as I could, but honestly, it's pretty good comp, especially tonight. It was super racy. This was actually a ton of fun. This is a combo we should approach again at some point. But hats off to Seeger. He drove a good championship battle there this week and last. We were door banging, fighting so hard. It seems like whenever we race these MX-5s, we just try to kill each other respectfully, but it's always a lot of fun going up against him for a championship. So a ton of fun. Looking forward to TNT, I guess, in a few weeks or next weekend.
2 days.
This week, yeah, 2 days.
We got TNT. We got TNT. What, 2 or 3 days? Unless I'm going crazy, it is the 19th of February, right? You're going to be here in a stock car in 2 days, trying to finally win that TNT championship.
Whenever it is, I guess we'll show up and try to win there.
All right. Hopefully we see you here on the 19th, unless I'm going crazy. Let's talk to the Season 9 TNT champion, Noah Belleville, in that 41. Moldy, for those that know, you took the white flag in third, and before you took the green flag, you told me, because of your schedule, this is the only time you can come out and race. You had to win, and look at you, man. You won.
Yeah, kind of just worked out. Ended up in a really good spot after I got around Briley through the infield. And was able to have a nice, decent gap to Steven coming out of the bus stop and no real threat behind, and just could kind of focus ahead and make the move, and the stars aligned. I was really nervous that when we were coming down the front stretch, we'd end up wrecking each other, and we almost did, but managed to bring it home.
How about this Thursday? I know we talked about it earlier, man, but TNT's going to come back after that week's break. You're leading the points in TNT right now. You're trying to secure, your second Thursday Night Thunder championship in 3 seasons. It's a roll of the dice, man. It always is, but who doesn't love Daytona? So come back on Thursday bringing this kind of spirit and ready for another win. Oh, and next Monday, we unfortunately, we're not going to see you for Bandit GT3s, man, but hopefully the schedule aligns again. But anyway, Moldy, congratulations on the win, and I'm sure Grandma Jeannie's going to be real proud.
Thank you.
Fans at home, that does it for us. That's another season of Mazda Monday in the books. 6 races up, 6 races down. Season 5 of this little MX-5 Cup is done. I love this competition so much because look at how chaotic it is, but just how much fun we get to have just putting these fun little go-karts, as I call them, these fun little 4-cylinder MX-5s together, and they put an amazing show on. So we've done this for 5 years now, so why not do a 6th? We will absolutely come back, if we absolutely can, next January to kick off the calendar year with 6 more races in the Mazda MX-5s. But yeah, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. We've talked about it ad nauseum, right? Is that the right phrase, ad nauseum? I have no idea. But we've got Bandit GT3 next Monday. We have Thursday Night Thunder on Thursday, all right here, 8:40 Eastern, Rick James TV. Shout out to the folks at Drip Diecast, because we cannot do this without them. They are your #1 diecast store on eBay. Drip Diecast, check them out on eBay for diecasts and more. And until that race on Thursday night, 2 days away, till that race on Thursday, everybody stay safe, take care of each other. We'll see you